can feel it down in my plums. When I hear a sound, a rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in.
Well, welcome back to Let the Boys Watch, an entertainment podcast brought to you by Going Great Productions. I am one of your hosts. My name is Robbie. And on this week's episode, it was Die Hard 2 week. And the winner of Die Hard 2 week was the 1990 action thriller Die Hard 2.
Wow.
Die Hard, yeah, please. What a vote. Die Hard 2 is written by Steve Souza, Doug Richardson, and Walter Wager? Directed by Renny Harlin. Die Hard 2 stars Bruce Willis, William Atherton, Bonnie Bedelia, Reginald VelJohnson, William Sadler, John Amos, Fred Thompson, and Dennis Franz. Alongside me is Mr. NYPD Blue, the cuz. How we doing?
I'm doing good. I thought I had something witty to say, but I'll just say, Robbie, get to the chopper. Doesn't
Just
match
the
up,
facts.
but
Just
hey.
the facts, please. Just the facts. And alongside the cuz and myself, Mr. Pickups, Mr. Waiver Wire, a good friend and co-host Ryan. Ryan, how we feeling?
I was feeling good yesterday, but now I feel like I wronged several people.
No. I'm just breaking
No, I
balls.
know.
Just breaking balls.
I
That's
know.
what they say.
You
That's what they
suspect.
say.
But no, I'm feeling good. Robbie, how you feeling other than feeling betrayed?
I mean, that's just an everyday occurrence for me, betrayal. But hey, it's the holiday season, and who doesn't want to be betrayed during a holiday?
It wouldn't be a holiday season without a little betrayal.
That's
Oh,
true.
forget about it, please.
So like Robbie said, it was Die Hard 2 week, and the winner was Die Hard 2. Is it a holiday movie? I don't know. We'll talk about it. But this is Let the Boys Watch. We typically watch movies that one or all of us haven't seen, maybe with a theme. A lot of times we put it up for a vote on Fridays on our Instagram. So we didn't do it this week because we just decided on Die Hard 2. But if you want to get involved in that vote, follow us there. Send us an email, ltbwpodcast@gmail.com. Tell us movies you'd like us to watch, what you thought about our, stupid opinions or whatever. And also, Benny, tell them where they can follow. And we need 2 more to hit a milestone.
Oh, please. We need 2 more followers on our YouTube page. You can find us at Let the Boys Watch. Join in on the fun. Leave some comments. Berate us. Anything you do, it only helps our engagement, and we'd really appreciate it. So that's Let the Boys Watch on YouTube. Give us a follow. Give us some thumbs up. We'd love to see you there.
Yeah, be nice. It is the holiday season. Give us something nice.
Yeah, come on.
Or betray us, whatever.
Either or. It's engagement.
Yeah, it's fine.
Ryan, I did want to mention, though, the real reason we're watching Die Hard 2 is this is our Christmas of sequels this year.
That's
So,
right.
I mean, stay tuned for next week. I don't know if we want to spoil that just yet, but I think Die Hard might be a Christmas tradition for us now. We got a couple more to get through, I think.
Yeah, I'll do 3 and 4 the next 2 years. Why not?
Lock it up.
Lock it up. So yeah, no, yes, Christmas edition sequels, although I think next week is not a sequel. Well, yeah, actually it is.
It is.
Technically, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Wait, what are we doing next week? Because I thought we were doing...
Christmas Vacation.
Oh, we're saving the good one for... Okay. All right. Never mind.
Stay tuned
Well,
for
it
what
is a
the
sequel.
the
It's a
good
sequel.
one is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a sequel, right?
Potential sequel. Vacation. Christmas Vacation.
European Vacation, Vegas
Mhm.
Vacation. We have the next like 5 Decembers locked and loaded.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to bother you with voting around the holidays. We know how hard it is for you to do.
It's busy. You're shopping, you're getting your shit ready. Come on. No one has time
You
for
pick,
that.
yeah, you pick up guys in fantasy you don't need.
Betraying your friends in fantasy football. You just got a lot on your plate.
Oh, you play, people fight for playoff spots and you're picking up guys while you're picking.
Now, like I said, we typically watch movies we haven't seen. I believe, am I the only one who saw Die Hard 2? No.
I didn't see
I
it.
haven't seen it.
Oh shit, I love it. So let's start before we get into our regularly scheduled segments with a little, I don't know, background. Did you guys want to see it? I mean, we saw Die Hard 1 last year. I think, you know, maybe you'd want to see it, but wanted to save it, whatever. What were you thinking going into this film?
I think Robbie's first on the waiver wire when it comes to this one.
Thank you. Thank you. Maybe I can get something. Maybe I'll pick up somebody that I need, but hey, I think you know people. I guess I didn't really, I don't know. You already know the drill by now by me. It's, it's stubbornness. It's not wanting to watch. If I haven't watched it, time goes by so slowly and you just forget about things and you don't want to watch it. So, I mean, I watched Die Hard last year for the first time. I enjoyed it, but I didn't really have the, you know, excitement to watch the second one. Um, I thought it was good, but again, a little cheesy, a little far-fetched for me. I'm not really the hugest Bruce Willis fan, so give or take. I didn't know Dennis Franz was in this movie. If I knew that, then I would have watched it earlier. But I mean, what a surprise, what a delight. But yeah, it's usually for me. It's if I haven't watched it and people love it and it's come out, I'm not going to watch it out of stubbornness. But we do have a podcast about movies, so that's the only reason why I watched it.
Once we finished Die Hard last year, I was like intrigued. I didn't know when I was going to fit it in, if we were going to watch it on for the show. So I wasn't like dying to watch it. But now that it seems like Die Hard might be our Christmas thing, I'm like, I can't wait for next year to watch it again. Yeah, I was excited for it. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, the Die Hard movies in general are the only thing I know are a few quotes. And other than that, like I know nothing about the plot of any of them. Um, and going into this one, I was a little skeptical on how they were going to top it. I thought that, that was a really good movie last year. Um, so I was expecting them to really go over the top. And, once I knew later on there were like subtitles like Live Free or Die Hard. I know like the last one was like Die Hard for the Last Time or something like that. I wasn't ready for the Die Harder, Die Hard 2, Die Harder. When I saw that, I kind of giggled to myself, and I think it kind of set the mood for what this movie was going to be.
Yeah. I've seen it a number of times. I definitely have watched the first one way more. And oddly have seen the third one, um, which is Die Hard with a Vengeance, a lot. I think it was just on like TV all the time. But I like this one. It's fun. I don't know. I probably saw it like in the 90s at some point. I don't really remember, but yeah, glad we watched it. Looking forward to seeing what you guys thought about it. Should we start with that? You want me to
Yeah,
keep going?
keep going.
All right. Yeah, I kind of alluded to it already just now, but Die Hard 1, fantastic. We all know and love it. This one is also good. It's not as good, but I like it anyway. It's a little cheesier. There's definitely some cool parts in this. And I think they were just like you were saying, kind of, we have to go over the top with some of this shit. And they definitely did. And there was a few, and I think some of it also can be chalked up to special effects, or whatever they were using in 1989, 1990. That I was like, whoa, that's pretty cheesy. But yeah, overall, I really like Die Hard 2. Um, Not as much as one, but it's up there. It's very enjoyable. It's just it's stupid action movie that's a good time to watch around this time of year.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same where like I really I don't know what I was thinking the first 15 minutes, but I was like, come on. And then once when it really started getting over the top and cheesy, I was like, you know what? Who's gonna do it better than this? Like I know that there's a ton of action movies before and after, but there's just something about this just kind of feels like this is the sweet spot for action movies where like we're not too worried about how realistic it is because none of this is anywhere close to being realistic. And I don't know, it just like hit the vibes for me as far as like an action movie. I still think that the first one was better, like you said, Ryan. I think that yes, they were trying to be like a corny action movie, but this was them really like they were still trying to keep it based in reality a little bit. This one is just like balls to the wall. And once they started getting rolling with the action, it was just so ridiculous, but just along for the ride. Yeah, the ending just so ridiculous, but also awesome at the same
Yeah,
time. And
awesome.
I was just once the movie got going, I was just all in, and I was enjoying myself watching it.
It's like in Step Brothers when they're watching I think they're watching Shark Week and they're just like, yeah. Oh no, it's the action movie.
Yeah,
I forget what movie, and they're just like, ah. That's what I feel like when I'm watching a movie like this.
yeah, yeah.
Robbie?
I hated this movie. Absolutely hated it. I really couldn't. There was so many times when I was on my couch saying, "Oh, is this?" I said to myself, "Is this serious? Is this really
No, it's
serious?"
not.
And no, wait, don't play on my stupidity and make me feel dumber. From watching this movie, I couldn't stand it. The acting in this movie was atrocious.
A lot of it
Sans a
was.
few people. Bruce Willis, I just can't fucking stand Bruce Willis. He's just fucking Bruce Willis in every movie. He's so annoying. There's a lot of annoying people in this movie, and I can't wait to get to least favorite because they all sucked. But no, man, I hated this movie. I really did. For what it is, it I understand like Benny, you laid out some great points as to you got to go along for the ride, but I can't go along for that ride. I'm waiting at the bus stop with the Forrest Gump. I'm not getting on any of these rides. I can't do it. I couldn't do it. 2 hours of my life I can't get back. I will never ever watch this movie again. That's a guarantee it. Guarantee it. I ain't watching it again. All right, that's it. That's the last time I'll see. Hopefully, what's her name? Debbie DeBazia, whatever the wife's name is. Get her off
Bonnie
my flight.
Bedelia.
Yeah, Bonnie, go feel ya. I can't stand her. So yeah, nothing redeeming in this movie except for my man Reginald VelJohnson coming back. I don't know, I loved it.
Of
But
course.
other than that, yeah, as they say, miss me with this movie because I'm done with it.
Robbie's just curving this movie completely. I love it. I love a hot take.
Can't
I
stand it.
I feel like a lot of times with movies like this, if you didn't, see it back in the day when we were young and it's just like, again, or not in that like frame of mind, because it is bad. You're right, Robbie. It's bad. Like the acting is terrible. Some of the,
Nothing makes sense.
no, yeah, like some of the things are just so out of the realm of possibility that you're just like, this
So
is
many things,
stupid.
so many, and I know we're gonna bleed into scenes a little bit here, but like so many things just get solved. And like I
Yeah.
forget like one scene, the engineer like just pick something out of thin air, and then the guy sitting at the desk is like, "Oh yeah," and then we could do this, and it's like you just figured that out in 3 seconds. Like, come on.
Yeah.
There were some really good movies that we watched where I think some people, lambasted it because of the plot points. Um, this had no plot. This made me stupid after I watched it. I feel dumber after I watched it. I don't think I can do my job anymore. That's how dumb I feel after watching this. I just couldn't believe it. There's so many times where I said to myself, "Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?" After every little escape, after every Bruce Willis, bullet miss, I said, what is going on here? Please, please. I was hoping that there was a power outage in my town, so I wouldn't have been able to watch this. I wouldn't have been on this podcast.
Well, let's get into some scores, and Robbie, I think you need to go first.
I'll go first. This is the worst movie we ever watched on this show. I do want to give it the worst score, but I also want to keep Godzilla minus 2+1 on my least favorite score list. But I can't. I said to myself, stick to your guns, be a man, don't be a pushover. I'm giving Die Hard 2, Die Harder a 5.
What did you give Godzilla? By the way, the maths on that. What did you give Godzilla plus 2 minus 1?
Well, if you do 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 0.8, I gave it a 5.8.
Wow, we went lower than Godzilla minus 1.
At least Godzilla minus 1 had some story to it, some plots. It got, even though I didn't like the acting, it still caught me right here and right here with the emotions.
By the time this podcast ends, we're gonna rewatch Godzilla minus one at some point, and you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm coming around on Godzilla minus one.
I'll tell you what, I'm not coming around it. Die 2, Die Harder. Okay, I'd rather get shocked by a Die Hard battery than watch this again.
I'll follow up. I'm gonna go 6.9 on this one. Good watch, good for the genre it's in. Not as good as the first. I forgot what I give it the first. It's probably lower than this, honestly.
We gave like
But
eights.
Yeah,
did we?
8s. Yeah.
All right, all right. So I'm very happy with my 6.9. Nice. Yeah, it was just, you know, people give me crap sometimes when I put movies in the sixes or like high sixes. I still think that's a good movie. But is this thing winning any awards? No. Did I have fun? Yeah. And you know what's fun? Stand up 69. So 6.9 for me.
The best. Only the best.
Yeah, Robbie gave it 8.4. Ben, you gave it 8.5. I gave it 9.3 for a Die Hard one.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair scores. I'm gonna be higher, just because I think everything both of you have said is correct. It is terrible. It is stupid. The the fact that he was just standing there and trained military men are just like nothing, hitting
Yeah.
nothing. It's so stupid, but I loved it as a kid, just like a lot of other terrible action movies. So I still enjoyed it, but I 100% realize that it is stupid. I'm curious what you'll think about Die Hard 3 next year, if that's what we do, because I actually think it's much better. To be honest, it's different. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go 8.2. Mostly nostalgia, but yeah, 8.2. I enjoy watching this.
Yeah, I feel like after this movie, you kind of have to like reel it in a little bit and like maybe try to find some type of plot that like makes sense. And you're probably pushing mid 90s at that point. So movies are starting to be like, all right, let's be at least a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
I feel like this kind of might be in the era of like the end of just cheesy action movies. I know that they still get made, but like the block, like, you know, the big all out promotion of this movie being like a blockbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like all out, let's stop fucking fighting on the wings of airplanes while they're taking off type thing, and everybody just got fantastic footing. Yeah, let's do that. Let's stop that.
It's so stupid.
I'm not,
It-
I wish I had like a what the fuck is going on meter in the house because it would have pinned to
I love how he's getting sucked into a jet engine with no grip, but he still can hold on for like 15 seconds.
oh
it's so
golly.
stupid. It's so good
dumb. It
though.
really is.
But you bring up a good point. They don't make unless they're like B movies that we just never hear about. They don't make movies like this anymore where it's just like let's do the stupidest shit possible, but it's gonna be crazy and people will like it because it's insane. Like they don't make action movies like that anymore. They
No.
try to have a story.
And two, like this is an era where like you don't have a crazy sound system in your house to like watch this movie on a like you went to the theater to see this because it was like explosions and surround sound and like just an event.
True.
Yeah, and I wonder like truly like how much this actually made. Probably like $700 billion.
It made the most of the entire franchise.
But that's
Thing.
that's riding the wave of the first one. Like
Of
people are
course,
like,
yeah. I think,
And
and
now
then
you and now you
probably
know why
when
I would.
people, oh, sorry, Robbie, what?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say probably after they saw this, and then the third one came out because I think the third one did decent, but not like these two. They were like, all right, that's enough. I'm not seeing that shit.
that was like they came back with four, right?
It was like,
Like a big
yeah,
break
it was
between
a
three and four.
while before. I think 3 was a
Checks weren't
while though
clearing.
too.
This is Sam Jackson, so Sam Jackson was pretty hot riding that wave of Pulp Fiction and stuff like that. So it's probably like 97, right? 90, like
Uh,
97,
95.
90, or maybe not. What? Oh yeah, Pulp Fiction was 94.
Yeah, 95, and then um.
See, like, well, Ryan's
Oh,
looking that up.
yeah,
Like,
after it was 2007, they came back for 4.
yeah, but like Robbie, you say Samuel L's in 3, like that's what this movie is missing is like a solid number 2 because there was no like yeah, I mean we all love Franz. I mean, come on, but he's not a number 2. You
No,
know, and like you look at what's his name? Why am I blanking a name in
Reginald
one?
VelJohnson.
Obviously, but no, the bad guy. Who's the bad guy?
Oh, Haywood from Shawshank.
No, no, no. In the first movie,
Oh,
Snape,
yeah.
Alan Rickman.
Thank you.
Like
Alan
you
Rickman,
had
Rickman,
Alan
you're right.
Rickman there to like be a solid number 2. And like this movie doesn't really have that. Like you have a lot of like the bit players from the 80s and 90s that you're like, oh, that guy and this, but this movie is sorely missing like a solid number 2 guy.
Yeah.
It's just Franz fucking screaming at the top of his lungs and cursing every 5 seconds, which I love. Don't get me wrong, I love that. He was lighting my screen up, but I mean, you need somebody that is just like is there and is a fantastic actor and a number
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. In one they had Rickman, but Reginald VelJohnson was a big part. He was supposed to be a bigger part in this one, but Family Matters took him away. Like he didn't have as much time, so they cut his part down. So maybe, I don't know.
I heard Diddy took him
Makes
away
sense.
too. What I
How
hear.
dare you.
Look it up. Look it up. I look it up.
Just
Really?
saying.
I'm just saying, people on the internet were speaking.
Wow.
They might have had their own little stand up 69 going.
Yowza.
Well,
Allegedly.
no better way
Alleged.
to transition into segments than
Yeah. That's true.
Favorite sex scene?
Yeah. Robbie, since you hated this movie so much, would you prefer to do scenes or characters first?
Uh, we can go characters.
And favorite or least favorite?
We can go favorite.
All right. Does anyone want to go first?
I say you go first.
All right. As corny as it is, if I'm going first, I'm gonna take Bruce Willis. He's the star of this. I didn't like, and I was reading that they liked his little quips and stuff like that in one, so they like let him just say whatever the fuck he wanted a lot of times in this one, and I think it was too much.
Yeah.
They needed to rein in the like, because not all of them were funny. Like, yeah, there was a couple that were funny, but it was like, I forget, there was one part where he was like under something or something, and he said something so stupid, where's the door? Or something dumb. Oh, and he's in the parachute. And I'm just like, that's not funny.
Yeah.
But overall, he's still Bruce Willis, and I love him. So I'm gonna go Bruce Willis, favorite character.
So
Or
if
John
it gets
McClane.
if it gets to me, there is literally a Bruce Willis line is my least favorite scene. It's not even a whole scene, it's just a
Fair.
line.
Okay.
Rob, you want to go second or third?
I can go second. First
All
off, I was hoping that there was a electrical line that he got caught on when he was parachuting, so I wouldn't have to listen to his stupid jokes. Not the type of ride I'm talking about, honey. So, oh God, I was like, is this movie over yet? But it
Just the
wasn't.
facts.
Just the facts, just the facts, sweetheart, just the facts. All right, Bruce, take it easy. I don't want to. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I don't want to do it. I'll save it for Benny because I know I'll just save it. But give me Tom Bauer as Marvin, please, Marvin. The
Really?
best guy, the best guy in the movie, the most likable guy, or maybe not the most likable guy, but there's a lot of likable guys in this movie. What am I talking about? There's not really a lot of likable guys in this movie. There's only a couple. And I liked Marvin a lot. He was bursting on the scene. I loved the music he was playing. He was just trying to enjoy himself down there. Of course, Bruce Willis had a fucking yippee his day and ruin his day. He's just trying to listen to music, pull a gun on him. You know, it is what it is. I just like Marvin because when he came in, was a little funny. And he was actually, I thought he was actually a good actor. I don't know. By the way the Cuz erupted, I think that might be on the Cuz's least favorite actor list, but I don't know. We'll see.
Not on my least favorite actor list, but I just thought he was a guy that was going to rub you the wrong way.
No, there was another guy that rubbed me the wrong way. And I ain't talking about like one of those, rub and tugs. This this guy rubbed me the wrong way. But anyway, give me Marvin. I love Marvin. A lot of great Marvins in movies. Shout out to Marvin from Pulp Fiction as well. So yeah, I thought Tom Bauer was very good in the bit parts that he had. I thought he was very, very good. You could tell how good of an actor he was, and I definitely enjoyed him in the scenes that he came up in and was helpful as well. So shout out to Marvin.
So this might be a Sam Bowie situation, but I'm gonna leave our guy on the table and leave him for Ani Menches. But I'm gonna go with Fred Thompson as Trudeau as my favorite character.
Okay.
He's everything you want in a boss.
Yes.
He listens to information and he processes it and he does the right thing. He could have been the Dennis Franz. He could have been even a little bit dialed back from Franz and be screaming and telling McLean to get the hell out of there. But no, he listened and maybe sat on his hands a little bit too much when it came to the whole situation that he was in. But I think at the end of the day, he had a heart of gold, and I appreciated that about my guy Trudeau. He was willing to listen. He was willing to be hands on. He was willing to uh, be nice to people. So you're nice. You get on my nice list.
Good
True.
time of
He
year to
also
be on
let
the nice list.
Yeah, no, definitely. He also let 330 people perish by just sitting on his hands and doing nothing. But hey, respect. Respect.
He was
Hey, but he was a
nice.
nice guy. Nice guy.
No, that's all. Yeah, that's all that matters. He was nice.
They're
Merry
British.
Christmas. Yeah, true. Merry Christmas. You're dead.
uh,
But not, no, 100% nice guy. That's the kind of guy I want leading me into battle.
or into sea
The
level,
ground.
200 feet. Different.
Didn't he, was he a politician?
Was he?
Didn't he? Oh, maybe he was just like, I thought he was Fred Thompson was something. Maybe not. I thought I saw him on television
Yeah,
where he hawking
politician.
stuff. Republican, right? Benny's kind of guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Oh no. Can I
A
take it
member
back?
of the Republican Party. He was the senator from Tennessee from 1994 to 2003.
Oh, but he was old school Republican. I mean, they still wanted you dead, but not as badly as now.
He primaried too for the 2008 presidential election.
Did he?
Yeah, I thought I
Ooh.
saw him like hawking stuff, like a true Republican. Is he still alive? No, he's dead.
Um,
No, he
he
died
is not
2013,
alive anymore.
2015.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Well, he
I was like definitely a politician. I thought too.
There you go. Good eye.
he plays a nice guy. Maybe he's just not one in real life.
Don't we
He's a
all?
good actor.
Yeah.
Robbie, start with the Ani Manches.
Oh, I got to give it to Dennis Franz, please. Look, he
Obviously.
absolutely lit up the screen. Came in throwing 103, Aldous Chapman style, just launching them everywhere. And why not? I mean, I was surprised by how much cursing was in this movie. I loved it. But he was. I would love to see that. It almost was like Goodfellas. I felt like with all the f bombs dropped in this movie. I wanted a Franz F watch because I think he dropped about 50 to 60 in the first 3 minutes he was on the screen. So I loved it. He's great. I mean, NYPD Blue, forget about it. I mean, great actor. Definitely, like we said, like Benny said, not number two, but definitely much needed in this movie. He brought a lot. I know he was kind of an idiot, but he was a fun idiot and not a nice guy like Trudeau. But I don't know. They were just letting people just die in this movie, all of them. So they were all bad guys in my book.
True. At the risk of stealing Ryan's, I feel like this is a very Ryan pick, but give me Vondi Curtis Hall as Miller, the engineer. He was not a great actor, but also at the same time, I enjoyed his role. for an engineer, kind of a dumb guy, but I don't know. He had riz, and I liked it.
Right.
Fair. Give me Reginald VelJohnson. He could be in for 4 seconds, and I'm gonna call him out as being one of my favorite parts because he's the fucking best. I love him. Did you ever see that
please.
clip when Uncle Phil shows up on love it. That
Yeah.
those two not having a show together is the biggest crime to humanity maybe ever.
Huge missed opportunity.
Would have been fantastic. God damn it.
Mount Rushmore dads, 1 and 2.
I think you're right. Yeah. It's gotta be.
Uncle Phil number 1, without a doubt. Dead
Yeah.
Zach Morris's dad.
The ever present. Any more Ani Mentions for favorite?
I could leave it at that. I think we got a hefty section coming up next.
There's a couple other ones, but yeah, whatever. So least favorite. Benny, I think you are first.
Oh boy. All right, 1 second. Let me take a sip.
Please.
Oh, Chico.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look at this guy.
Look at this guy, fancy dancy.
Speaking of not being a good number 2, give me William Sadler as Stewart. Because for the first 15 seconds he was on screen, I was like, "Oh, is that Dolph Lundgren?"
I thought so too.
I was like, I'm in, Dolph Lundgren. And then we got in on his face. I was like, nice, I'm seeing Dolph Lundgren's hang low right now between his legs. And then we got the face, and I was like, that's not Dolph Lundgren. And he just did not carry the weight in this movie. He was just very bland, very vanilla. And I guess, if you really want to justify, you could say he's just like a very robotic military man, but everything else doesn't make a difference in this movie. Give me somebody charismatic. They should have just brought back Alan Rickman from the dead and like put him in a different makeup or whatever, and just make him look different and just play a different role, and not as bringing him back from the dead in real life, like how he felt the building right in the last movie. No, but it could anybody but this guy. He's just not. He wasn't up to snuff for this role.
Yeah,
but also
like
if
Jeremy
we're
Irons, somebody.
Jeremy
Something
Irons.
Like did I say that? That's what it is, right?
No, I just spoiler alert. I'll leave it at that.
Uh-oh.
Well, they finally shaped up.
Yeah.
Because this guy stunk.
Haywood. As soon as I saw I was watching for a while and I was like, where the fuck is this guy from? Fucking Shawshank. Typical.
That's right. I could.
Yeah.
That's where he's from.
Yeah.
Was he good in Shawshank?
He was.
I thought.
He was a piece of shit in Shawshank, but he played it well. He was a good actor.
He was a stuttering, right? Wasn't he like? Didn't he? He was like the stutterer guy.
He was the guy that Hadley beat the shit out of because he was attacking Andy. He was part of the sisters.
Hey,
he's like the lead piece of shit.
No, I thought the lead piece was somebody else. The guy. I thought this guy he was like had the stuttering problem in Shawshank. I thought the guy with the red hair, he was the lead sister. He was in another movie we saw.
Yeah. You know what? I think you're right. Wait, what was that guy's name? Wait, hold on.
While you're looking it up, he also plays, and look at his face and tell me this is not a perfect casting. He plays Michael Flynn in The Comey Rule. That's true. He looks like Michael Flynn.
He does.
Did anybody watch that, The Comey Rule, on Showtime? It was like that little mini series about Trump. It was so bad it was good.
Know.
Yeah, Robbie, you're right. Knife. You're right. He was the stuttering friend. You're right. Then who was
he was the one that Brooks put the knife up against?
Yes, correct. Damn it.
Now drop Isaac Guerrero now.
Okay. Oh, he was also the Grim Reaper in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. How about that?
So, I mean, listen, maybe this was his first role or first big role, and he stepped it up after this, or maybe bad directing.
Like you're right. You're right. It was like, that's what I'm saying. like I agree, they were missing that charismatic villain. You need the charismatic villain. Pablo Escobar was the stupidest thing. He brought nothing to the table.
Ugh.
But give me like the charismatic villain. I mean, Benny, 100%. I think this is the same time. This is like twice now we thought we're on the same page. We were linked up when we thought Roman Reigns was in that one movie with Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, the killer.
Yeah. I got on screen, it popped on. I'm like, man, I said, this is not. I said, Dolph Lundgren's in this thing. I said, fantastic. And then I saw this guy's nugs, and I said, that's not Lundgren. Those aren't Lundgren's nugs.
Yeah, I know those nugs.
I know Dolph's dick. Come on, get out of here.
These are unknown
No.
nugs.
So yeah, whatever. Stupid.
Wait, whose turn is it? Yours, sorry.
Robbie.
It's mine. It's none other than Art Evans as Barnes, the dumbest fucking actor on the screen. I hated Barnes. I absolutely hated Barnes. He was. I wish he'd.
Before you, I think Barnes is who I meant as my
Yes.
Ani Mensch, by the way. But go ahead.
As your favorite actor?
My Ani Mensch.
Oh yeah, no, Barnes dumb as bricks. I don't know where he got his degree. Probably Grand Canyon University. I don't know where he got it, but or Phoenix. I don't know what it was, but I mean, the guy couldn't act, and if anybody has a pulse, and you saw him on the screen, his acting was terrible. The beep 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 part, I wanted to drop kick my 65-inch and throw it into the woods. I just couldn't. I just couldn't with him. I have nothing else to say, but he stunk. He drained the life out of me. Every time he was on screen, I thought about taking my blanket and seeing if I can give myself a Dutch oven and never come up from it. So other than that, I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to this guy. I don't know if he's dead or alive, but I
Still
hope I
alive.
never see you again. He's still alive?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. So, but yeah, Barnes, get off my screen. Dumbest engineer in the books. I thought I knew some dumb engineers, but this guy Barnes takes the cake.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely was bad in a lot of spots, but I don't know. For some reason, I just enjoyed him. But I could definitely see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. Don't I know this is movies, and I'm please help people are listening and they hear me say things, but I was hoping that arm did get infected, and they just took him to the hospital and never came back.
We gotta take it. We gotta take that on.
Yeah.
But he would have came up with a solution like in 5 seconds to saving his arm, so it would have been fine.
Yeah, he's it's the best.
Let's go to the annex. This pains me to say, but along the same lines as what you guys are saying with charismatic villains, I love John Amos, but his character in this film stunk. I did not like it. It just I don't both of them, both villains, while I enjoyed it and I was like, yeah, Bruce, get
Fire.
him and like all that shit. Like it was just I don't know, like he was like every scene he was in up until the reveal that he was like actually I'm like, what is this guy doing? Like it sort of made sense afterwards that he was like working with what's his name? Stewart. But like, I don't know, it's just like over the top, I guess, or like just like, all right, let's go. Like just the way he was saying things. I don't know.
It was just like everything in this movie. It was just so out of nowhere
Yeah.
that he's just like cutting this guy's throat. Like, yeah, well, I wish you were there because then I wouldn't have to do that. And it's like, all right, cool. Like out of nowhere, everything just like, everything is just so convenient that it just, and that's kind of what like this movie suffers from. Like if this was made today, like all this stuff would have been way more thought out than, and then he kills him and then he does this and then he blows up the plane. Like it just felt like, they were moving the plot along by any means necessary. Like it didn't matter how. It's just like we got to get to the next point now. How quickly can we do it?
Yeah. No. Again, kills me. I love John Amos, but this character was not great in this. They needed, if they had a charismatic villain, I think this would have been a way better and we would have overlooked a lot of the cheesiness.
Yeah.
Even though
But
I
that's-
did and I liked it.
No, in a way too, it was like, all right, I know what I'm not getting from this movie, and it's not good plot and it's not good acting. Like I'm just here for like blow stuff up, just blow stuff up.
Yeah, that's what we got.
We definitely got that.
Ani Menches for least favorite.
I'm gonna uh Robbie, you pick yours because then I want to throw a fun fact off of it because I think I know who you're gonna go with.
All right. I'm gonna go with uh the reporter, Sheila McCarthy. I was hoping it was Paul McCartney. I don't even think it's Sheila McCartney, but she stunk. Another one that stunk. Just awful reporting. Awful reporter. Just her in the elevator with Bruce Willis. I was hoping that thing went down like a ton of bricks. I don't know, just something about her. Every time she's on the screen, I just couldn't stand her. I don't
She was
know.
super annoying. Like
So
when she
annoying.
pops up in the air traffic controller tower, I'm like, what are you
I
doing?
forgot about like, what is she doing here?
She just gets in.
Yeah, everybody's just getting into that restricted area, like it's nobody's business.
It was pre 9/11 though, so you can really
True.
do whatever you
That's
want
true.
in the
Anybody can get
airport.
up there. You're right.
Ripping
Um,
six, he's carrying a gun, like just doing whatever you want. No one cares.
all right, so I thought Robbie was going to take Bonnie Bedelia, but yeah, Holly McClane, come on, this stinks. Again, give
Awful.
me. I'm probably not a bad actor. She wasn't like that bad, but she again not popping on my screen. She's not making, like if you're gonna this screamed recast going into two for me, and she's just back and blander than ever. Like everybody cranked everything up. She cranked up the blandness in this one. But the fun fact I want to give, did you see when she's talking to the old lady on the plane for the first time, the old lady has a magazine. Did you see the advertisement that was on the back?
Oh.
It was for Lethal Weapon. You could see Mel Gibson's mullet and Danny Glover. I think that too to me was kind of a tell of what this movie is going to be. It's just like we're just having fun here,
Yeah.
and I don't know which one came first. I think Lethal Weapon might have actually came first, right before the original Die Hard.
Um, it was right around the same time because Bruce Willis and Mel Gibson were kind of like considered for either part.
Yeah, so it kind of felt like playful, like just kind of like an homage to like the same kind of we're both in this universe together of like just silly movies.
Yeah. Um, let's see. Yeah,
I would have rather
Lethal
Mel
Weapon
Gibson.
came out a year prior, 87, and Die Hard was 88. But I agree with you with on her. But I don't get the change from because I liked her in one. I mean, she was very, like damsel in distress kind of thing, but she wasn't like I don't know. I liked her in one. In this
The
one,
more we're the
kind of
more we're
annoying.
talk yeah, the more we're talking about, the more it just seems like it was just either bad writing or bad directing because like like you said, John Amos, like all these guys, like and I don't think she was a bad actress. She
No,
wasn't, but it just like the character was bland. I didn't feel anything. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, please, yeah. I don't know. Could have used somebody else. He might bring in Elizabeth Shue.
Please.
Forget about it. Well, I'm gonna go because I got another one if you don't mind.
Please go ahead.
I'm gonna go to the old lady next to Bonnie Bedelia on the plane who just tasered her dog for no reason, left him the poor thing limping for a week and
Yeah,
thought it was okay.
what a piece of shit.
She was so sweet too.
Yeah, she was sweeter, right? Just like Trudeau was nice.
I'm very surface level with a lot of things.
That's true. That's true. No, yeah, I didn't like that. And just laughing it off like that, that's a true psychopath. Oh, also, there you go. Again, pre 9/11, a fucking taser on the plane.
On the plane.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Just in her purse.
Ryan, what do you got? Because I got one locked and loaded.
Go ahead. I was trying to think. I don't know if I have any more.
Robbie mentioned it briefly before, and he fits in with what we're telling about bad villains, but Franco Nero as Esperanza,
Damn
like
it.
just so not intimidating at all.
At all.
Yeah.
Like, what was? I get it. Like he was part of the plot, quote unquote. I'm using those quotes heavily, but like, it just stunk. There was nothing to him. Like, show me how he got out of the handcuffs at least. Like, you're showing me them blowing, like I said, blowing up planes. Guy getting under the rollers and getting smushed to death. You can't show me how he like. I thought like, oh, he's gonna light the cigarette and then like put it out in his face or nothing. Like, no, he just lights the cigarette, takes a couple drags, cut to the next scene. Give me something.
Yeah, that like you don't show us that, but you show Bruce Willis stabbing somebody right through the eye with an icicle.
Fantastic though. Perfect murder weapon.
Fantastic segue. Favorite scenes. I'll go first. When Bruce
No.
Willis stabbed that guy with an icicle.
Nice. Good. Okay, good. You leave it in mind.
No, you can. You were gonna pick that one?
No, I had something else.
Okay.
Are you locking in with that, or is that a jump?
Lock it in. It's so goddamn ridiculous that it
All
has
right.
to be my favorite. I have a lot of favorites, but that one is like they were just like, dude, icicles. Why don't we have him stab him in the face? And it's
Right
just
through the
like,
yeah.
yeah, just like a couple of drunk dudes hanging around saying the dumbest shit.
Give me easy pick here, and I'm gonna do this out of the kindness of my heart. So Robbie goes first on least favorite scenes. But give me him blowing up the plane at the end of the movie. Like, awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome. Like, the whole time, you obviously see the gas. I'm putting two and two together for the first time in my life, and I was right about what was going to happen, which shows you how bad this movie is when I figure out what you're doing right off the bat, it's dumb. But once I'm like, oh, it's taken off. How is it going to happen? And once he threw it on there, threw the lighter on the gas, and it shoots all the way up into the wing and just explodes in the most comical fashion. Perfect ending of the movie. Just like, hell yeah, I love it.
So bad, it's so good.
That's what you get in Reagan's America. No, HW's America. Yeah, I don't have that much. I really don't have that much. I'll just go Carmine Lorenzo's introduction. Again, I talked about when I was talking about Franz as my honey mensch. It just livened up my screen. I laughed out of actual laughing, not out of like disbelief kind of laughing. The one that when Franz is on screen. So that was good. I enjoyed it. I think I might have even enjoyed Bruce Willis's exit scene in that scene when he says something about Franz. And I really enjoyed that. So that was actually funny. I liked Bruce Willis for 30 to 35 seconds in this movie in that scene. But Franz stole the show, like he always does. So the introduction to Carmen was my favorite scene.
Was that when he says, "Hey, what sets off the alarms? The lead in your ass or the shit in your brains?"
Yeah.
I was like, why is shit gonna set off the metal
Yeah, I don't
detector?
know. Still funny. Ani Matches. Favorite scene.
Go, Ryan. I know you got a bunch.
I mean, there's so many are so bad. Like the whole annex scene is so stupid and so bad, and there's so many like he's just standing there, shoot him, but they're not like the escalator, the walkway thing that stops,
Yeah.
and he's just presses the button so the gun comes to him, and the guy instead of shooting him is like, "I'm gonna kick your ass," and starts running at him. It's so stupid, but it's just so good. It's so good. I love it, but I totally understand if you watch this and you're like, what the fuck is this?
The two things that stood out to me in that is the perfectly placed plane of glass that the guy falls back into.
Oh, of course.
And then him rolling around on the ground in the worst roll in the history.
Yeah. So bad.
While there is 50 machine guns pointed at him and they're all missing him. And he's rolling around like he just shit his pants.
Yeah. You can't hit a moving target like that.
That's true. I forgot. That's true.
Even
if that
with
was me in real life.
Yeah. You spray it. You have like 4 guys with machine guns spraying. Can't hit them.
So stupid.
That might have been the first time. when I laughed and I said to myself, "What is like I did just picture that Vince Lombardi GIF. What the hell's going on out here?" That's what I was just in my head the entire movie. 2 hours of that.
I love it. That's true. Like, I love this for the memories and the nostalgia versus I like this because it's a good movie. I know
Yeah.
this is a bad movie, but I don't care.
This is one of the just it's so bad it's good. It just like it's the gift that keeps giving.
True. Just the season.
Yeah, it's true. Any other Ani matches from anyone?
I'm okay with moving on.
Yeah,
I have none. So
yeah. I mean, I could name a bunch. Who cares? Let's move on.
Oh, before we
The whole
do,
movie's good.
I want to give a shout out to someone I did like. As much as I wanted to punch him in the face, I forgot to, in my Ani mentions, but Don Harvey as Garber, the reporter, just such a scumbag, but also like the perfect
Thornburg?
scumbag. Oh, was that him? Sorry, I'm just looking at the cast list and it looked like him.
this
What's
boy's
his?
messing up
No,
names
the
left and
one
right.
on
I
the
don't have
plane that calls in the thing,
Yes,
and they
yeah,
put the bad
Thornburg.
picture of him up for the live feed.
Yeah, William Atherton. Sorry, the other guy looks like him too.
Yeah,
He was just such a douche, but it was so good.
yeah.
I feel like I've seen him in something. I need to know what he's been in. Oh, Ghostbusters.
Yeah, he
That's
was
right.
Peck.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
that's right. I
true.
was
This
like,
man has no dick.
yeah, I was like, where's he from? The best.
All
Yeah.
right, least favorites.
Oh, where do I begin? I'll begin with when I knew that this movie was gonna absolutely fucking suck. And it was the opening scene when Fa Flundren was doing Tai Chi naked in his room, sweating to death. I didn't need to see Grund. I needed to see the outline of a sack. But not even that didn't even piss me off. That first off, it didn't piss me off that it wasn't Dolph Lundgren. What irked me the most is the way he turned the television off with the remote. Was the fucking dumbest thing ever. And I said, absolutely not. I said, I hate this movie. I was 3 seconds into the movie and he turned and he went and he shot the remote. And I said, absolutely not. I'm done. I said, lock it in. Least favorite scene. I don't care whatever happened in this movie.
Did
And
Um,
you
then what
also
else?
hate?
I'm sorry. What I hated more is that he got changed after he was sweating to death in his thing and just left with the whole fucking MacGyver crew.
I was gonna say, did you also hate the fact that he walks out of his hotel room and what were they all like in the peephole, like waiting for him to get out of his room, and they all came out at the same time?
Hated them all. Hated them all. Hated them
uh,
all.
Similar when I saw this again, I'm gonna put it's just a line, but I was like, this is my least favorite moment of the whole movie. Is when he goes when John McClane goes back down into the basement and he just goes, another basement, another elevator. How could the same thing happen to the same guy twice? I was like, dude, shut up. Like, why are you talking
Shut
to yourself?
up, dude. Shut up.
His clips are just not hitting in this movie at all, but that was by far the worst.
Yeah, they didn't hit as much as one. Um, Least favorite scene. I don't have a lot because they're all like so bad but so good to me. Um, I'll go. Uh, I don't know. I get what you were saying with Thornburg, but like almost every scene on the plane was just annoying to me. Like we didn't need to cut to them. He could have just been like, my wife's in that plane. They could have cut out like so much of that shit. I get him calling in caused the panic, which whatever, uh, caused Franz to. That was no, you know what? I'm changing all this. My least favorite scene was Dennis Franz gets in the car and he's like, "Let's go kick some ass," and in 4 seconds crashes into a taxi,
And then that's it.
and that's it. It's over. I got to get a
He's
ride
done.
from a fucking helicopter instead. Okay.
But to your point about the plane scenes, they were like, and then they started like doing the same stuff again. Like he looks out the window and sees all the planes circling, and then they come back again, and he does the same thing. He's just looking at the plane circling. It's like 5 wasted minutes right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had 0% gas, and they were like, they got to get this plane landed. Meanwhile, they was circling the runway like we were circling the Manila airport for fucking 10 hours, and they just didn't run out of gas. So please, 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 please. And then he's trying to like, and poor Thornburg's trying to do like actual reporting, and then Bonnie Bedelia, Mrs. whatever name, zaps him to death. Like, for what reason? He was trying to just do some honest work.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why does she have to? I mean, I get that she hates him, but who? What do you care what he's doing?
He's just doing his job.
Yeah.
Guy was going for a Pulitzer.
Yeah.
Let him get his prize.
Network, here I come.
Here I come. I loved that they put the bad picture up. That's like a Simpsons joke. That's so funny.
Yeah. All right, I have one more Ani Mensch for least favorites.
Please.
And it's when John McClane and Holly reunite, and she just goes, "Why does this keep happening to us?" Shut up. Shut up.
People are actually fucking, starving and dying. Well, shut up, Holly. And then to play off of that, because I got plenty of least favorites. To play off of that, when he's just in there, like, Holly, Holly.
Give her a second. She's getting out.
Yeah. I was like, take it easy. I said, somebody shoot this guy.
But that does lead into an Ani Mensch that we missed. Marvin showing up on the golf cart ready to take him somewhere safe. Fantastic.
Robbie's guy.
Yeah.
I have an Ani Mensch. It's John McClane on the snowmobile, just evading fucking machine guns, evading machine guns again on a snowmobile, 15 feet away. 15 feet away from actual army level machine guns. He escapes. He actually doesn't get blown to bits when he does a little hip scop, hits like a little jump across the bay over there into power lines. Again, one of my least favorite scenes is when John McClane is on a snowmobile and there is multiple military personnel 15 feet away from him shooting massive amounts of semi-automatic machine guns at him, and he's just pinging him off his little snowmobile helmet. He's pinging him off the mirror. He's doing wheelies, and he escapes.
What are we doing?
Awful. And it made 14 trillion bucks at the theaters.
Bruce Willis, man, he's a hell of an actor.
True.
Let me play off that. Give me the ejection seat scene.
Oh, man.
So stupid, but again, hilarious. But also like the literally in a movie full of the cheesiest things you'll ever see. The cheesiest things you'll ever see. That was the cheesiest thing you'll ever see, and that was 100% the reason why I picked it for the promo for this week.
Had to.
Again,
How long does it take a grenade to go off?
That's what I was going to
I
say. If you didn't know what Benny was talking about, there was 15 to 16 live grenades thrown into a airplane. It took 15 to 16 minutes for those live hand grenades to explode. He ejects 4,000 feet into the sky. Please.
Fantastic.
I love when Robbie hates the movie.
I know. You should watch more bad movies.
I didn't think I was going to. And then I saw fucking Snolf Gundren, and I knew that was it.
Oh.
I mean, again, Benny said it. You think you said it, Ryan. John McClane's horrendous military role through, again, evading maybe 40 to 60,000 rounds of semi-automatic weapons within close range. I don't know. Please. So yeah, that was absurd.
Yeah. I got one too, since you took the ejection. When John McClane is in a police station. I mean, it's the airport. It's not really a police station, but there's a number of police officers in the room. And he just takes an assault rifle and just sprays their blanks, but he just pulls it out and just starts firing. Not one cop pulls their gun out and shoots him.
He is white.
Wow. I mean, you're not wrong.
True.
And you know that
That's true.
they hate the Italians. So they probably like, yeah, Carmen probably has it coming.
That is true too. They do hate the Italians. How dare they? I do have one bad writing scene. Terrible. Leave it on the editing table scene. It's when Stewart, and again, you're not scaring anybody with the name Stewart. Shout out to my Stewarts out there, but that's not a villain name for me. So when Stewart talks to the reporter and she asks him a question, he's got I got 2 words for you. Fuck and you. That's 3 words, Stewart. That's not 2, that's 3. So again, horrible writing for a fucking terrible movie in a terrible era.
Was that also when his associate like put his hand over the camera and said, "You
Yeah.
commie pinko trash" or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
Fantastic.
for I don't know, Roger Stone, doing it and then saying libtard across it, or Don Jr. saying something like that. Fucking libtard.
Oh,
Any others?
Robbie.
The opening credits scared me. That Die Hard jumped at me. I wasn't expecting that. That was pretty loud. So I'll say that. Take it easy.
Can't
get
set
it.
in the mood.
Yeah.
I should have known that, but it scared the shit out of me on my couch. Do I have anything else? I mean, the end scene. I mean, the sheer absurdity of the slowness of the flames and then catching fire as the plane is ascending into outer space is just absurd. I don't even think that's real. I got to get Neil deGrasse Tyson on a telephone, see if the physics actually, matches up with that. I got to talk to my man, fucking Christopher Nolan, see if that interstellar type shit would happen, but it just doesn't play here. And it just is insane. A tiny, lighter, please. And then what do you know? Everybody's just landing their jets on the plane while there's 14 other planes that have already landed that have just stayed there. And where's the accidents happen? Where's all these planes going?
They're coming in so hot. All of them are like right behind each other.
Yeah. Ridiculous. All right. Before we get to our games, real quick, is this a Christmas movie? Much like Die Hard 1. What do you guys think? I mean, I know it's not as good as a film, but Christmas movie?
I'm glad we watched it during the Christmas season, but this one is not a Christmas movie. I will be on your side for the first one if I must, and say that one is a Christmas movie. This one is not a Christmas movie at all.
Fair.
This is a movie that happens around Christmas.
Robbie, any
Not
thoughts?
only is this not a Christmas movie, this isn't even an actual movie. This is just 2 hours of nonsense and far-fetchedness and things that would never happen. Listen, I know movies. I get it. I get that there's some plot holes and stuff like that. This isn't absurd. This is absurd. To even get greenlit is fucking absurd. This is what we get, America. This is why we are in the shit we're in right now, because of movies like this getting made.
This is the hubris of America.
It made $240 million.
This is why I drive to work angry. Because of things like this. And if you fucking couple that with what, inflation, that made in 200 something million in 1990, right? It would have made $73 billion in 2024.
All right, let's see.
But again, people watch other people play video games, and those people that play those video games are multi-billionaires, and we can't even get 100 subscribers to a funny movie podcast. But hey, such is it.
This is the one you want to join in on the fun. This is the
Oh,
one.
you got it. This is what makes you want to stick around after this one.
Yeah, we're
I came
looking
to
at like probably at least half a billy in today's dollars.
half a bill with probably some points on the back end by Bruce Willis. That's why he opened up Planet Hollywood.
Probably.
Shit chicken tenders, shit French fries, all because this movie made 14 zillion.
Yeah, Planet Hollywood was the worst of the like stupid chains, I
Yeah.
think.
I would have rather went to the Rainforest Cafe.
Oh, please, the ambiance.
At least, oh, the
Yeah.
ambiance, fantastic. All right, let's.
Sometimes you just wonder. So you say to yourself, "Hey, why isn't life fair?" And then Die Hard 2 comes on. You're like, "That's why."
Oh,
You know what? I might cancel Hulu after that for having for them
For
streaming
having
it.
it in the library.
Yep.
the audacity.
The audacity to have that.
Love it. So let's play. Where you going tonight, Frank? Tahiti?
Tahiti.
Tahiti? Where we just, I mean, there's probably going to be a lot of choices here, but call out some weird portion of this film. Who wants to start?
I'll start. My only where you going tonight, Frank? Tahiti is the absolute uncalled for shot at the whole country of England in this movie, just like out of nowhere. Like, here, we're gonna take a break for 5 minutes and just bash England for 5 straight minutes, including the unwarranted shot at their railroad system. I was in England. I took the railroad. It was perfectly fine. It was on time. I got across the whole country in like 2 hours. I know it's small, but I don't know what the writer and director of this movie have against England, but where you going tonight, Frank? Tahiti? Not England, apparently.
Not England.
How dare they? Can't even get here to freaking Nassau County
I
in
know.
2 hours with this train system here.
Tell me about it.
My first, because there's many. Where you going tonight, Frank? Tahiti. Where you going tonight, Frank? Tahiti. The perfect cell reception on an airplane phone to Bruce Willis down in Dulles, 46,000 feet up in the air. I can't even get airline Wi-Fi to work, and they got perfect phones going off in 1990. The Forest of Fetch in a movie that is just fetch. That's what it's just unreal to think that I'm 45,000 feet up in the sky and they're talking like they're 2 feet away. So where are you going tonight, Frank? Tahiti? Airline service, phone service.
It's the 90s.
Yeah. Beepers, fax machines, pay phones. It's got everything. Analog, digital, it's got it all.
Listen, when you're talking to me, just talk the facts.
Ridiculous. Hey, where you going tonight, Frank? Tahiti is the same as my favorite scene, the icicle in the eye, because it's so goddamn ridiculous. It doesn't even really belong in this film, but I love it.
Robbie, any Ani Mentions for where you going tonight, Frank?
Oh yeah,
Tahiti?
please. My auntie mensch for where you going tonight, Frank? Tahiti is the absurd amount of bullets that was wasted on John McClane. I couldn't believe every single bullet that missed that guy. That guy's got that. That must have been a calorie of Stevie Wonders on the Zero Dark 30 Force there, because it was just preposterous that not one bullet hit him. It's just insane to me. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, that's really it. That was the most absurd thing in this entire movie, besides the airline cell phone service.
Fantastic.
I'm telling you right now, there'll never be a more far-fetched segment than this one.
Stay tuned.
Probably right, we'll say. All right, and let's play our second favorite game or first favorite game. I don't know. I think
First
first.
favorite. You
This
always
was
say
the
the best for
OG.
last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not first, you're last. Working overtime, where we cast Matt Damon in a role that exists or that we invent because we love Matt Damon and we just want him in all the movies we watch. So, Benny, would you like to start?
Oh, first on both games. I mean, this is the low-hanging fruit, but I'm gonna take it. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna take it. Give me an older, middle-aged Matt Damon, a military man, Matt Damon, as Jason Bourne, the
Nice.
the guy that Amos was gonna kill, but he blocks it and he
Nice.
slices Amos's throat and he takes over and he goes over and overthrows Stewart and he becomes the main bad guy of the film. Yes, it's kind of late for this to happen in the film, but save the movie, maybe a charismatic Matt Damon, military man, as the main villain, and that's who John McClane has to take down at the end. I don't maybe, and then you're like, hey, do I really want John McClane to win, or do I want this handsome man, Jason Bourne, to actually abscond with discount Pablo Escobar?
Give me
I love it.
I I want to take one, but I'm gonna save it maybe for Robbie. But give me a young, pretty, bob cut, blonde Matt Damon as Samantha Coleman, the reporter.
Oh, please get her out of my fucking screen.
Yeah. So it does a number of things. One, now that character maybe is not so annoying. But two, maybe he helps solve the case. It's a little Goodwill Hunting-esque. He's,
Ooh,
figuring things out. Maybe he works together with Barnes and they figure
ooh,
some things out. And then they help Bruce Willis. And maybe she is allowed into the tower, even though she's not supposed to be there. But give me Matt Damon as Samantha Coleman.
oh,
Yeah.
I like it.
Call him Sam Coleman. Still works.
Yeah, they them. That's it.
They slash them.
Well, give me a middle-aged, overweight, tiny overweight, smidge overweight, military man as well. I thought Ben was going to steal this, but give me Matt Damon's character in Oppenheimer.
Ooh,
Hear me out. Hear me out. This time is a little time travel. So they're flying around Hiroshima, Nagasaki. They time travel and they say, you know what, abort the mission. They turn around, they time travel to 1990 and they drop two atomic bombs in Dulles Airport. They fucking blow everybody up. They kill everybody on the scene. And then we end the movie there. And happy holidays, Die Hard 2 with the vengeance slash Die Harder. Forget about it. Kill everybody in this movie so there's no more sequels because nobody can come back from a nuclear bomb. And that's how we end this movie.
yep, zombie Bruce Willis.
That's true. I'd watch that.
Brains.
Yeah, so give me Matt Damon as his character in Oppenheimer. Yeah, a lot of time travel. It's a known universe, so there's time traveling everywhere. Uh,
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan, executive producer on this movie before he got big. So we're traveling back and we just nuked this entire Dulles Airport.
Not a bad idea.
Kill them all. Kill them all.
Let Damon
Tired of
sort him out.
it. Matty Bones.
Um, Anything else we need to talk about with Die Hard 2, Die Harder?
Robbie, Die Hard 3.
Let's do it.
That's what I wanted to hear. Tune in next year.
Yeah. Next December, the first week of December next year. Die Hard 3. Die
Listen, if
Hard
we don't
with a
get too much,
Vengeance.
yeah, if we don't get too much subscribers and reach 100 with this episode, please forget about it. I want 3,000 after this episode.
Please. Um, well, all right. Thank you for joining. Join us next week for Christmas vacation. So that should be fun. And then I'm gonna keep it. You could probably
Keep it a
figure it
secret.
out if you've been around, but it's the sequel to one of the best films of all time.
One of the most highly rated movies we've done.
Yeah, I think so. Is this the no? I guess Godzilla is probably the lowest overall because I bring up the average a little with this one, I think.
Yeah,
But the five is that brings it down.
that hurts.
Hey, listen, it's deserving.
I woke up today hurt. Okay. I woke up today betrayed.
Pissed.
So join the club. Join the club. I woke up today hurt, betrayed, couldn't believe it. Of all the betrayals, this one stung the most.
Die Hard 2.
No, you picking up Isaac Garendo.
rough couple of days with the kid.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been ever since Sunday. It's been a tough couple of days. I watched my
Well,
team. Unbelievable.
thank you for sticking around. We love you. Send us an email, follow, all that fun stuff. Robbie, tell him good night.
Good night. I don't really have anything. Good night. I'm just very, very, very happy to never watch this movie again.
Down close.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers.
When I hear sound, rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in. My wife says,
Don't make
"No,
that the
baby,
thing.
that's not
The
right.
screen grab.
Let the boy
I might.
watch.
Damn it.
Let the boy watch. He needs to learn the way I learned from my father. The way